It's WG, bring you SMB and welcome to another vid. Today we have Julius, the SSR warrior, medium armor, bloodborne with physical damage full moon that arrives on the 9th, which is, 2 days from now, so we can check him out today. And for those of you that don't know or forgot, Julius is going to be obtainable in the same way you can get yourself Cyrene. So 10,000 meat of rebirth is going to give you a Julian copy you don't need and you can't summon him. We can check out his skills, we can check out his full kit, and we can even play the demo. So I'm pretty excited for this, and I can't wait to see what he's all about. Overall, first off though, look at this design. I don't know if you've seen it before or if you have or haven't, but look at him. My boy has the biggest damn sword in the game. He has, I guess you could say, robotic or magic infused arms. Should be both of them. I'm not quite sure about the back one, but they should both be like that. And then also, obviously he has like this blood going around, these, I don't know, metal parts swirling around. And then most importantly, what I think is pretty damn sick is he has this like open rib cage with his heart, his beating heart suspended in green flames. But now that we have this out of the way, what is he all about? What can he do? What does Julius make happen? So let's start with the basic attack. Okay, Shattering Strike deals 127% attack in physical damage. Straightforward. Talent, Haunting Whistle. Every 20 times Julius deals damage to an enemy, he gains 1 stack of Phantasm, up to 3 stacks. When Julius has 3 stacks of Phantasm, he gains a 30% lifesteal. Furthermore, Phantasm conjures flying blades. When Julius attacks, the blades automatically perform follow-up attacks dealing physical damage equal to 2% of the target's max HP. Whereas each instance cannot exceed 50% of Julius's attack, which means that every single time Julius attacks, so let's say he attacks once, he deals 127% damage. He attacks, or I guess the 20 times, right? And then he gets a Phantasm and all of a sudden he deals 127% plus 50%. He gets another Phantasm, 127 plus 100%, and then it's 127 plus 150% of his attack with every single damage instance, as well as also the lifesteal. So yeah, he gets lifesteal upon having 3 stacks. Okay. What about the special? After every 4 basic attacks, Julius deals multiple instances of damage to the target, totaling 600% attack. I wish we would know how many. You know what I mean? Like, I wish we knew how many instances this was, because multiple doesn't quite tell you how fast you get to the 20 stacks. And also, is this another basic attack character? Seeing how his special deals big damage, so the more basics you can get out, the higher your attack speed, the more damage you deal. Also, interestingly enough, if any of you currently have Bella gear, like gear that you think about binding to Bella, keep in mind he has the same faction combination, Bloodborne, medium armor. Blood Oath. Julius attacks enemy units in a select rectangular with his halberd, dealing 2250% attack in physical damage. Each stack of Phantasm increases this damage by 15%. I'm guessing as like a total multiplier. So, for example, let's say 2250% plus then another 375%, right? So 375% additional rather than just 15% additional, which means you can go up to in total 3,000, around 3,000 plus damage. When using his ultimate, Julius gathers flying blades on the stacks, based on the stacks of Phantasm, continuously dealing multiple instances of physical damage to enemy units in a select rectangular. Okay, so overall decent stats. Attack, you could say, could be higher. He could be light armor instead of medium. He has a decent amount of HP. And yeah, the best part about this is we can actually check him out and also see how this whole demo function actually works. I'm pretty excited to see what kind of demo they're even giving us, right? Like, is it full units? Is it our units? How does this work, right? So we are meant to use Julius to defeat all enemies. This is Mr. Mutated Sacrifice. We're giving a Fleeting Bella, a Ressa, a Friedrich, and a acapella, while we can change the placement if we wanted to. So look at this. It's not a sword, it's more like a spear. But why does he hold it like a sword? I mean, alright. Let's take our time, let's check it out, let's see what he's all about. So first off, we're obviously going to be starting with the acapella ult, so that we can get more of a bonus. And then it seems kind of obvious, but here we'll just wait for 8 and then get ourselves the... Oh, he has the artifact. You can... I think he has the attack speed artifact. Let's check out if he has the attack speed bonus right here, if we can. We can't quite. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna wait for around 8 right here, so that we can get into Julius with Fleeting Bella, buff him up, and then start attacking. So let's check it out. This is the ultimate. That's pretty cool. Alright, so he... Oh, look at these animations. He has now like all this like blood swirling around his spear. That is pretty nice. That is pretty nice. So, can we somehow guess how many stacks he has? I mean, it tells you that he has 2, but I mean, I guess they're like briefly swirling around him, you could say. So let's go with a Friedrich, just so we can cycle. Go with another ult from my boy. Go into the Blood Moon. Use this ult for free. And then see what's going on. Alright, we can hop in again. And I think next time we'll actually cycle a bit faster. But, I mean, I guess it's an interesting test, but it doesn't quite tell you much, does it? Huh? It doesn't quite tell us much about how he works or how much damage he deals. But what we do know is that he did 1.2 million damage. Now, I guess to get an idea of his damage power level, we probably have to start the demo, and instead of using Julius, we're actually just going to be ending up buffing Ressa and seeing how like the damage calculation, the damage allocation actually changes. So we're this time just going to be using Ressa, just so we can get like an idea of how, how the damage accumulation actually works. And here we obviously are in favor of waiting, because the longer we wait, the cheaper Ressa's ult becomes. Ta-da. Still super expensive, but it's part of the plan. We're going to be using her anyway. And then again, this time we also cycled a bit faster over to Fleeting. But here we can then again use the ultimate at a pretty steep cost. But we can go into the Blood Moon and then buff Ressa up again. Alright, and go with one more ult. So either Ressa's really strong or Julius is really something else. But look at this. Julius, without us doing any ults for him, actually now dealing 692,000. So let's do one more run where we, I guess you could say, try to get as close as possible to a perfect rotation. Right? Where we try to get as close as possible to a perfect rotation. So let's see. We obviously go in with Julius. We're still going to be opening up with Acapella, but this time we'll use a Julius ult into a Fleeting Bella ult. So kind of similar to how the way you would be approaching Prophecy, so that we can then rotate Acapella and then get another ult out right here to then use Friedrich to once again rotate over to our Acapella. Then pay 0 cost to enter into the Blood Moon to make his ult cheaper. Use his ultimate for another time. Get some more rotations in there, obviously get the buffs in. And that should be about it, is as efficient or close to as efficient as we could have made it. So let's have a look at the damage number. You can still see he's dealing around 1.2 million. So overall we can at least conclude for now that he's gonna deal more damage than Ressa. How much exactly and how survivable, how tanky is he gonna be? Who knows? But I'm a big fan of his design, and I think he's gonna be a great investment to go alongside of a Cyrene. So if you still haven't, and that is what you should, right? Please don't summon a Cyrene before tomorrow. Or, yeah, I mean before tomorrow. We get the whole character tomorrow, so yeah, don't do that.